Hello everyone, Catweazle here, welcome to the channel. And welcome to a new playthrough. Yes, it's a welcome return for Cade Gaunt and Running Bear and Shadows of Brimstone. And in this playthrough we're going to be playing the new expansion, which is Caverns of Cinder. So what we've picked one of those scenarios within it that is called Fire and Ash. The reason I picked Fire and Ash is it's one of only two scenarios where you're actually guaranteed to get into the Caverns of Cinder. And since we're doing a Caverns of Cinder playthrough, we may as well see the Caverns of Cinder rather than doing another scenario and not seeing them at all. What we'll do though, before we crack on, is we'll just have a quick refresher about where we're up to with Cade and Running Bear. So here they both are, and I've set them up exactly as they were at the end of the last mission after their town visit. So we've got Cade, he's at 5 agility, 3 cunning, 3 spirit, 2 strength, 2 law, 6 luck. His initiative is at 7. His abilities are the quick and the dead, so he gets the 6 shooter template full of dead eye shots, and he's also got quick draw, so he can attack outside his normal turn sequence when we get new enemies. Extra abilities that he's took as he's levelled up. He's took the showmanship line and catchphrase, so once per adventure he can say his catchphrase and immediately heal 2d6 wounds or add d6 damage to one of his hits. He's also took showmanship 2, which is a character piece where he gets an extra personal item, and he got the ribbon, as I recall, the blue ribbon, which gave him +1 agility. He's also took shooting 1, which is cool hand. At the start of any fight turn, you may reduce your initiative by 3, so it'd go down to 4 to gain +1 shot with a one-handed gun. It also gives him +1 max grit, so his max grit is 4. His combat is 1, so if he's not using a gun or a melee weapon, his combat is 1. And 3+ to hit on range, 5+ to hit at melee. His health is 18, again we've got the pegboard. Just makes it easier for me, and if he has to roll any defence it's at 5+. His sanity is at 17 and he rolls his willpower at a 4+. Anything else? Well, he's currently got 1 grit and he's got 1 corruption. He wasn't able to get rid of his corruption in the town visit because, if you remember, the doctor ran off because he'd been experimenting on his patients. But what he did manage to do was fill up his side bag, so he's got a herbs, a tonic, a bandages, a whiskey and a dynamite, so his side bag's full with 5 items. He's using his trusty pistol, which has got a range of 6, and he currently has 5 shots because of his agility is 5 with his ribbon. So strong, very strong, good pistol. He managed to get darkstone bullets in his visit to town, so he'll get +1 damage on his gun hits. He's got 2 Darkstone, which are currently in his tomb chest, which is pretty good. He's got a Crisp Rose. Anytime he rolls a 6 for a move, he can recover a grit, so that's pretty cool. And that is attached to his trusty pistol. Jack of Hearts, that's +1 luck, so that's why he's on 6 luck. Anytime draws a Nothing Here scavenge card, he will get $25. Pretty cool. The thing to have a laugh at about the Jack of Hearts, which is a plain card, it actually weighs. It actually costs weight, which always gives me a chuckle. But anyway, Jewel of the Void, that's +1 spirit, and he can discard to heal a mutation or remove a parasite, but at the moment we're just using it for the +1 spirit until something better comes along. He's got a ribbon, +1 agility. At the end of each adventure he may remove 1 corruption from himself. Now, he did have 2 corruption, so he did use that at the end of the last mission, but he couldn't get rid of his last corruption because the doc ran off. Pocket watch, that's why his initiative is 7. He's got +1 initiative. He's got an accentuator belt that allows him to carry 2 extra weight. So his weight, I believe, is 4 of 9 as it stands. He's got a specimen jar that he hasn't used yet. So use a cunning test, 5+. When he's in the Caverns of Cinder, fill the specimen jar and he can take that back and get some cash. And he's got his starting pistol, which he isn't using because he actually he's not dual wielding, he's going single weapon. The reason for that is you get criticals. Right, so that is that's where Cade's up to. Let's have a look at Running Bear. Well, running bears are Indian Scout. A thing to note about him is, as well as being tribal, that's his keyword, he's also got law. He did get law when he went to the town, I think it was the outpost, like the fort, and he did get law as another keyword. Cade's still just a showman, but running bear has got tribal and law. He's got 3 agility, 3 cunning, 4 spirit, 3 strength, 6 law and 2 luck. His initiative is 5. He has savage attack, so he can use 1 grit to gain +2 combat until the end of the turn, and that's a limit of once per turn, but that only works in melee, so pretty much. So his abilities, he's got Tracker. Once per adventure you may discard and redraw an exploration token or an encounter card just revealed. We've got to remember that. That can be very strong at times, and I tend to forget it. He's also fast, so he gets +1 on his move. So whatever he rolls to move, he can add +1 to it. Other abilities he has is Tribal 1, Voice of the Ancestors. You may take 4 sanity damage, ignoring willpower to recover a grit. And that gives him +1 law as well, so that's why his law's up to 6. Tribal 2, he's got Guardian Spirit. Once per adventure you may cancel a Growing Dread or Darkness card on the d6 roll of a 3+. Again, could be very useful, so another one to remember. And he's also got Tracking this way. Once per turn use 1 grit to discard and redraw a map card just drawn. Again, depending on the circumstances, this can be strong. If you're really struggling, you're up against the darkness track, you need to find a particular room, or it's vital that you find a room rather than end up in a passageway or something, then using that, as long as you have the grit, can really help out. Other stuff, combat is at 2, but it's at 3 because of, well, it can go up to 4 because of savage attack. So, got something to remember there. Max grit is only 2. His range to hit is 4+. His melee to hit is 4+ as well. His health's 18, but he's currently at 17. If you remember, before the doc ran off, he actually got rid of all running bears' corruption, but it did cause a wound. And then the next night, the doctor ran off, but he did manage to get rid of all his corruption. But he's down on 17 health. His defense roll is a 4+. He's got 14 sanity, which are here, and his willpower is 4+. As regards the odds and sods he's got, well, he's got 1 grit. He's also got the revive token. He's holding on to that, and he has the lantern, mainly because he's the fastest. So with his fast ability here, he tends to be out in front a bit more, so we give him the lantern. Side bag, exactly the same as Cade. Excuse me, sorry about that, coughing fit. That's why it's been a bit delayed. I have been a bit under the weather, so I may have to shut off the video occasionally while I cough and splutter. Anyway, side bag, he's got all 5 items. He's got a whiskey, a dynamite, a tonic, a bandages and a herbs. As regards items, he's still got his starting carbine, range 8, shots 3. He's got darkstone bullets. Excuse me again, sorry about that. So he's got his carbine, he's got darkstone bullets, got a tomb's chest with 1 darkstone. He's got darkstone gloves, +1 strength, +1 damage on combat hits. Dusty poncho, +1 health, +1 sanity, ignores weather effects. Ancient coin, +1 law, +once per adventure, can fully heal his health. Very important. Ring of Tarkul, +1 cunning, once per adventure, recover 1 grit. The old map, once per turn you may cancel and redraw an encounter or map card just drawn. Again, with his this way, it's very strong. After each use, discard old map on the d6 roll of a 1 or a 2. We've got a wanted poster that we picked up for Hellbats. He's got Dead Man's Boots, which is good because he's got quite low sanity. It's only on 14. Anytime he rolls a 6, he can heal 2 sanity. Also, because if he uses Voice of the Ancestors, he'd lose 4 sanity. So it's good to have those. Other starting item he's got is his Indian Hatchet. He only uses that in melee. Normally got the carbine. And he's got a pickaxe, +1 to combat, and anytime he finds any darkstone, gain 1 extra. Apologies there. You'll notice quite a few cuts. I am struggling actually with my voice quite a bit. So we'll see how we go on. But at least I've gone over where our heroes are up to and how they finished the last mission. So let's pop across to the mine entrance and we'll have a chat about this scenario and perhaps get a turn in. Okay, see you in a minute. And here we are at the entrance to the mine with Cade and Running Bear. So the first thing we've got to do is obviously try and hold back the darkness. A 6 is not good enough. So already the darkness moves. We're on 1. Not an auspicious start for our heroes. Next up is Cade Gaunt, and he gets to move. And he gets a 6. A 6 straight off. And I believe he gets a grit because of his crisp rolls as well. Anytime he rolls a 6. So not only does he get a 6, he gets a grit, which is fabulous. So that puts him on to 2 grit. And he gets to move 6 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And obviously he is going to... Or is he going to look through? No, he isn't. He's going to scavenge. He's going to scavenge this tile. May as well wait for a Running Bear to catch him up. Whoa, 2 6s. That's 2 scavenge cards. So first of all, we've got to get a scavenge marker because we have scavenged the tile. So there we go. Let's get the scavenge deck. Here we are. Remember, he's got the Jack of Hearts, so if we get a nothing here scavenge card, we will gain $25. Right, so his first scavenge card, Emerging Darkness. Draw a darkness card, brilliant. And he gets a small find as well. So that's the way it goes though, with scavenge card, with scavenging. So 20 XP first, let's sort that out. And Emerging Darkness, let's draw a darkness card. Which we get tentacles from the void and we get an ambush attack straight off. Oh, Pete. Bloody... Oh. Great start. Could be an extremely short game. So let's get rid of that, put it in with the scavenge deck, and we'll get the small find while we're here. So $25. Right, so we'll get rid of that. That goes back in the scavenge deck, and I shall now roll the P dice. 6. Of course it's 6. So we get 6 tentacles. Bear with me. So here we are, ambushed by 6 tentacles. The way I've done it is obviously 3 each. There's only 3 that can get round Cade anyway because of where he's situated, and there's 3 here on Running Bear that go right behind him because they try and cut you off. So you can get rid of this horrible darkness card. What a nice one to get first up. Discard that. And as mentioned, we are on the brutal side for the tentacles now, because we're trying to make it a bit more difficult for ourselves, or I'm trying to make the game finish early. So they'll have an initiative of 5 because they get +2 because they've ambushed us. Smash, tentacle to hit rolls of 6, ignore a hero's defence. They move 6, but they've ambushed us, so it doesn't really matter. We need a 4+ to escape. No range to hit, but they're right next to us, so they will get a melee success on a 4+. They get 3 dice in combat. The damage is 5. Oh. Defense is 3. And the health is 5. 45 XP. Fortunately, because we're just using them as brutal, we don't have to roll on the elite chart, which saves me a lot of hassle. But it's still pretty grim. Right, so is there anything that we can do? Well, the first thing that Cade can do is quick draw. Anytime a new group of enemies is placed on the board, you may immediately make a free attack outside of the normal turn sequence. That is what he's going to do. So he's going to roll 5 dice. Come on, Cade. Yes, yes, yes. What a star. Excuse me. So it gets 2 6s, a 5 and a 4. Misses on the 2. He's not going to use a grit. So these 2 are criticals. So they are just going to whiz straight through with no defence. But they do have a health of 5, so we're going to struggle. Right, okay, I'll just have to read up on the rules a second. Okay, I'm back. Had to check. It's been a while since I played. So these are definite hits. So there are absolutely no defence against those. So they will go straight through. I'm going to assign those to, obviously, 2 of the ones adjacent, which I've got to do. So may as well roll them. So this 6 on here. Remember, we get +1 damage from our Darkstone bullets. A bloody 1. Rubbish. He's going to spend a grit. Oh, or is he? Is he going to use his Deadeye shots? Yeah, he's got a 1. It's 1 damage. No, he's going to spend a grit. He's going to re-roll that. Gets a 5. That's all he needed. So get rid of the grit. So a 5. It's killed 1 for 45 experience. Let's put that there. Okay. It's going to do the same on here. He gets a 3. But what he's also going to do is he's going to spend a Deadeye shot, which is an extra 2. So that will make it up to 5. I mean, he had 4 anyway because he's got Darkstone bullets. So that's pretty good. That'll do a job. Oh, in fact, no. It will still kill him, but it's just reminded me of something else that I was going to do. Somebody pointed out to me, I can't remember who it was, I do apologise, that if I'm using a Deadeye shot, I can't really be using Darkstone bullets, can I? I'm sort of using another shot. So I should have. So it just makes it a bit more difficult for Cade because he's a bit of a runaway train. So he does only get +2. He doesn't get +2 plus the 1 for Darkstone. But that's still enough. That 3 will kill this other tentacle and another 45 experience points. So he has 2 left. But these obviously do have defence. They have a defence of 3. But we do have +1 for the Darkstone. We roll both these. We get a 4 and a 1. So the 1 completely misses. But the 4 hits. So we don't, which does 2 damage because we take 2 off for the defence. And we're going to add another Deadeye shot, which is unfortunate because we don't want to go through them this quickly, but these are tentacles and we don't like tentacles. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 4 damage on it. Still not enough to kill it, but we've got it down to it only needs 1 more wound. God, I hate tentacles. Right, so that's on 4 wounds. So that was Cade's sort of quick draw go. And I think that is the end. Quick draw. Now we still have running bears go. And they've been ambushed. So we haven't gone into the next turn, really. So I think we have got... Does he just lose his turn then, running bear? Apologies for this, I haven't played in a while. Yes, he's just lost a turn, because it means a new turn starts, and it means we've got to hold back the darkness. The quick draw still came first, though. The quick draw is out of turn order, so that was before holding back the darkness. Oop. Oh, 1. So, unless I get 6. No, I get double 1s. It's going to be a short game. It's going to be a very short game, people, because we've got another ambush attack. But this is a normal medium threat attack. So, oh, we get 6 hellbats now. Fabulous. So, 6 hellbats. Let me just go and get them. So, here we go. So, he's now getting this here. 1. Whoop. 1. 2. 3. And the 4th one's going to have to go on running bear as well, because it can't get to Cade. So, poor old running bear. It's not looking good. Right, because that was a hold back the darkness roll, the same doesn't apply. We won't have to roll hold back the darkness again. But what it does mean is it is another new enemy. So he does get to shoot again. He does get his quick draw again. So let's roll again. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can tell him I was just going to do, you know, a couple of turns and finish. This has happened. It's going to keep me here for an hour because I'm not well. I just love... Don't you just love board gaming? Right. So, 5 shots. Another 2 6s. At least Cade's trying to help me out. And 2 5s. Good man. Right. So, the 2 6s are hits. He's got Darkstone bullets. So what he's going to do is... Oh, they've got a defense of 3 now, hellbats. Oh, damn. Oh, but no defense because they're hits, yeah? So that'll be a defense of 0. They've only got a health of 2. I'm bound to roll at least a 1. With the Darkstone bullets, he kills these 2. Let's get rid of those. Right, so he's got rid of those. What's this? Let's just check the abilities for brutal hellbats. Flight, hellbats move through other models and change targets each turn, that's fine. Nightmarish, for every hit done by a hellbat, the hero takes 1 horror hit. Well, that's not got to that yet. Shrieking, hellbat horror hits do 2 sanity damage each. Okay. Move 12, escape 3+, melee 3+, combat 3 dice, and they do damage of 2. Right, but he's killed 2, so that's okay. Killed 2 straight off that were on him, and he's got 2 more dice that he can use. Now, I think the way that this works, although these guys turned up first, I think he's still got to hit it because he's adjacent to it. So he's going to roll 1 dice first. Remember, he's got a defense of 3. Which is really 2 because of Darkstone bullets. So we need a 3 or better. A 2. Damn it! He's going to use another Deadeye shot, so we've used 3. I'm sorry, but we've got to get rid of these tentacles. and the quicker the better. So he's using his third dead-eye shot, and he kills it. So I'll put those wounds back in here, and that is 3 tentacles got rid of, but we're still in a pickle. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're still in range. So he's going to use his last one on one of these hellbats. A 1 isn't good enough, and he isn't going to grit that. He's going to save that last grit. We may need it in an emergency. So what a bloody load of rubbish start this is. Right, so that is finally all his quick draws done. We did hold back the darkness and got ambushed, but we don't have to hold back the darkness again because it happened in the hold back the darkness phase. That's fine. So now we're into normal. Who goes first? Well, first is the hellbats, because they've got an initiative of 9. It's 7 normally, but they ambushed us. So these 4 hellbats are all going to attack poor old running bear. So they've got a combat of 3. So that's going to be 12 dice. So we'll just do it from the top clockwise. So first 3. He gets 2 4s, which are a hit, and a 6, which is a hit. So that's the first one. And so he gets to roll saves for those. So I may as well use these dice, then we know where we're up to. And he saves on 4 plus. Does he? Yep. 4 plus defence. And he saves 2. Cool. So there's 1 hit at the moment. Next one gets to go. So 3 dice. That one fell out. So we hit twice, I think. That one missed. So hit twice. So two defence. Saves 1. That's 2 hits. We'll do the every hit done by a hellbat also takes 1 horror hit when we know how many there is altogether. So that was the second one. Third one, we need 3 dice. And that does 3 hits, so we've got to do 3 defence saves. And saves 1. That's 2 hits for the third one. And the last one gets to go. And that gets 3 hits, so we have to do 3 saves. 3 defence saves. Saves 2. Right, so all in all, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. 2 damage each, that is 10. So that puts him down to 7 health. See what I mean? This will be a short game. I am thinking. Blimey, blimey. Right. Okay. So that puts him down to 7 hit points on his health. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 horror hits that he's got to save against. His willpower is 4. And he saves 1, 2. So he only gets 2 horror hits. There was only 1 that he missed. All the rest he succeeded on. So, but it's 2 horror hits, isn't it? Yeah, 2 sanity damage. So he goes down to 12 sanity. How grim was that? Right, but at least all the hellbats have gone now. Next is Cade. Cade's next. So first thing he's going to do is roll for movement. He could have done with a 1, but he gets 2. I think he will move up 2. 1, 2. And then he will fire. So 5 shots with his trusty pistol. Oh yes, this is what we like. They all hit. So he's got 2 6s, a 5, a 4 and a 3. If we didn't have the Hellbats, we'd be in a lot better. Like, we could be banging these into those bloody tentacles. Right, so he's got to get these Hellbats, I think. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, he can hit the tentacles. Yeah, he's going to hit the tentacles with these 2. So these 2 are going to be tentacle hits, because he's going to have to try and save Running Bear, who's in real trouble. So, right, so let's do this tentacle here. It's got no defence, but it has got 5 health. A 6 gets rid of it. Brilliant stuff. So that is another tentacle that is bit the dust. Brilliant. So the next one, this one, another 6. Immense. Right, done that. We'll do all the XP and everything at the end, which is why I'm keeping everything over here. So it's killed 2 of those. Right, we've got the... Can he hit that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, he can still hit this one. So, yeah, he's going to... It's the tentacles we've got to concentrate on. So he's going to attack it, but he does get its defence, which will be 2 because of the Darkstone bullets, but he gets a 6. 2 defence because of the Darkstone bullets means 4 goes through. Doesn't kill it because it's got 5 health. 1, 2, 3, 4. But he has got 2 more attacks. So he's going to attack again. Needs a 3 or better. A 2, rubbish. Last one, 3 or better. Come on, Cade. A 1, rubbish. He's going to re-roll that. He's going to use his last grit. We need to kill it. So, come on. Oh no, he's not going to use his grit. What he's going to do is, yes, he's going to use another Deadeye shot, which brings it up to 3. Oh no, he's going to have to grit it, isn't he? Because I'm not using the Darkstone bonus with Deadeye shots. Oh, damn it! I should have done it when I've rolled that 2. Right, he's using his grit. A 5. Thank God for that. Right, but he's no grit left. And that is the end of the final tentacle. Blimey. We're doing really... He's rolled a load of 6s and we're still struggling. So, right. So, that's his go. He has gone. So, good effort. A good effort from Cade. But considering as he started the old problem in the first place with scavenging, well, it's the least he can do, isn't it? Right, Running Bear's go. First of all, he's going to roll for movement. A 3. Which is really a 4. Is he going to try and escape? All these guys are here. I think he is. So, to escape, you need a 3+. Gets a 2, typical. So he doesn't escape. Right, what's he going to do now? Bear with me a sec, because I've got to work out his all his combat and stuff. He does have melee bonuses, so I'll be back in a second. Hello, I'm back. Right, what's he going to use? He's going to use his pickaxe and his Indian hatchet. And remember, he's got Darkstone gloves as well. So his pickaxe gives him +1 combat. So he's in melee, it's +1 combat. His combat's normally 2, so he will get 3 dice, which is exactly the same as he'd get with his carbine. So he's going to use his pickaxe and his Indian hatchet. He can dual wield those because they're both one-handed. So he'll get 3 dice. So let's roll them. Three dice. Well, he gets 1 6. He's going to keep that, and he's going to grit. He's going to use a grit, and he's going to re-roll these other 2, obviously. Another couple of 6s would be nice. He gets a 5, which is good. So he's got 2 hits. Now, 2 hits. This is a hit, obviously, without... that's a critical. So what he's going to do is... Oh, hang on, you can't critical, can you, when you're dual wielding? But it doesn't matter, because these 2 hits... Yeah, can't be a critical because he's dual wielding. But they are 2 hits, but he gets +1 for his Indian hatchet, which is +1 damage. He also gets +1 damage through his Darkstone gloves. So both of these do 2 damage automatically. Hellbats can only take... I've only got 2 health, so it will automatically kill 2 of them. So he's going to kill this one and this one. They are gone. So that is the end of his go. So we haven't done too bad. But mainly because we've rolled a few 6s. But not a bad melee attack. Oh, hang on. There was savage attack as well. He could have used one grit to gain 2 combat until the end of the turn. But no. It was better using his grit, I think, to re-roll those 2. So, but I should have kept savage attack in mind. I should have at least considered it. But as it turns out, I don't think I'd have used it anyway, so no big deal. Right, so that is the end of the turn. So let's try and, like, roll for a Growing Dread card, roll for a Darkness card. 11. Whew. So at last we passed one, which was pretty good. So I don't think we get anything nice for an 11. No. We just pass double 6s that you get nice stuff for. So, okay, brilliant. So we start again, but we're not under ambush. So Cade gets to go first. So he's going to roll for his movement. Gets a 5. No, he don't get any. He's going to stay here, and he's just going to shoot. So 5 dice. 2 6s would be nice. Well, not quite good enough, but you get 3 4s. 3 4s hit. So first one on this guy who's nearest to him. Defence is 3. He's got Darkstone bullets, so it puts the defence down to 2. So we need 4 or better, really. 3 to hit, 4 to kill. 2 is an absolute miss, and we haven't got any grit, so another 4 on this one. 3 to hit, 4 to kill. Another 2, yeah, just the time to do this. And last one, a 4. So it does manage to kill it. So that's another hit. Very good. But that's the end of his go now. So next up it is Running Bear, who's got, oh no, Hellbat, initiative 7, and actually it's got to switch its attack. They switch their attack each turn, so he's actually going to go. Cade Gaunt's been like firing at him, he doesn't like it, so he's going to attack him. It's got 12 movement, so it can do it easily, and it is going to attack Cade. So 3 combat. And it hits on 3+, doesn't it? Yeah. So they're all hits. So Cade's going to roll these. He needs a 5+ though to avoid being hit. Oh, there was a 6 there. So they all went through. They all hit. So what is that? Is there anything he can do to get away with it? I don't think there is. No, all goes through. Yeah, downer. So that's 2 damage each, so that's 6 damage he takes. So he's down to 12. So he's down to 12 health. Damn. Right. So get rid of those. And oh, he's got a save for 3 horror hits, hasn't he? So this is a 4+. He saves 2, so he does lose 2 sanity. Puts him down to 15 sanity. Right, now it's Running Bear's go. He's got a roll for movement. A bloody 1. Moves 1, at least he gets a grit. So it's a grit. And I think he's going to spend that grit immediately because he wants to move again. Because if you remember, he hasn't got his carbine equipped. 2. 1, 2. That does get him right next to the Hellbat, so we can now attack. Same as last time. 3 dice. Four or better. Oh, he gets 1, 4. Damn. Right. So he's hit, and he gets +1. He gets +1 damage for his Indian hatchet and +1 damage for his Darkstone gloves. So he does get 2. He only had to hit once because he automatically gets enough damage. Yeah, that's right, isn't it? Oh no, because it's got a defense of 3. So, I don't think I did it right up there, did I? Did I forget about the defense of 3? Oh, we'll have to look on the what's it. I'm not well. If I missed it up there, if I missed the defense up there, then tough. It's just one of those things. But he has got a roll, hasn't he? He's got 2 guaranteed damage, which takes the defense down to 1. So what he needs is 3 or better, doesn't he? A 4. So he has killed that one. He may not have killed the previous 2 that he killed. He should have rolled, I think. Let's just do two rolls. Let's do 2 rolls and hope they were high. A 2 and a 3. So remember that, a 2 and a 3. He did get a +2 each time. I think that's enough actually, because he gets a +2 damage. So the 2 and the 3 were hopefully enough. We shall see when I do the editing. Right, whew, thank God for that. That's over. So that's also the end of the turn, because that was Running Bear. So they get to catch a breath. 1d3 each. Oh, God. So Running Bear gets 2. And Cade gets 2. So that puts Running Bear up to 9. Cade is... I think I've been taking things off the wrong what's it as well. Cade gets 2 back as well. Again, that's something else I'll work out in... I shall work out when I do the editing. Apologies for that, I may have been taking me pegs off the wrong one. But like I say, I'm not well. I shouldn't have done this. I'm regretting it. I should have waited a couple of days, but we've got through it now. But I think we're okay. I'll let everybody know where the health is up to once I have a look at the footage. Right, but they both get 2 back, and they get 2 loot cards, because we got two ambushes, did we not? So, loot cards. So, Running Bear gets $25, and what's this? Ooh, gets an artifact card, could do with a decent one as well, and a gear card for Cade. And blood money. Woohoo! Well, that's better. Right, let's sort the cash out first. 80 XP. 1, 2. There we go. 3 25s and a 5. Put that with the stash. So, and we get 20 D6 times 25. Just roll that. Ooh, a 6. Woohoo! So that's 300. Is it? Oh, 150. So that's 175. 1, 2, 3. Very good. That one there. Can go back into the loot deck. And an artifact. So it'll be a mine artifact. This one isn't cursed, by the way. It's just a normal mine artifact. So and it could do with something amazing. Ooh, a Black Fang hatchet. This seems very apt. +1 combat. Use 1 Darkstone to add +3 damage to one of your combat hits. It's alright, I suppose. But, might keep that and get rid of his other one. So, he's got a Black Fang hatchet. Very good. And next we have a gear card. Right, let's draw a gear card. Hang on, I'll just have to go and get the deck. And here we are with the ridiculously sized gear deck. Right. And he gets flash powder, pants. What a load of rubbish. How dare they even put it in the gear deck? It is that poor. Right, so he gets flash powder, two flash tokens. In fact, he can't gain 2 flash tokens because he's got nowhere to put them. Yeah, forget that. He's not even taking them because he hasn't got room in his side bag, so he doesn't get anything. Doesn't get anything. So let's get rid of those. Plus the fact it's not really worth having anyway, to be honest. Load of rubbish. So discard that. Okay. Right, the other thing we've got to do is obviously count up all the experience points. So it's 45 XP for each of these guys. So that's 90, that's 270. 270 plus 120 makes 390. So 1, 2, 3. Let's put 400 in and put 10 back. So that's 390. Excellent stuff. Right. So that was an eventful first few turns when I didn't want them. We haven't even got out of the mine entrance yet, and we've already had 2 major dust-ups. Well, I'm going to leave it there. As I've mentioned several times, I'm not really at my best, and the old plan was I was just going to reveal the room and the encounter token and leave it at that, But no, I had to get 2 ambush attacks. What a load of rubbish. So, apologies for that. I've probably been sniffing and coughing my way through the whole episode. It may be a couple of days now before I do another one, because in doing this one I've realised how unwell I actually am. So could be a couple of days before we carry on from here. Again, apologies for anything I've missed. I may have missed a few things because I was a bit rusty and I'm having trouble actually thinking properly, as usual. But it seems a bit worse at the moment. So apologies for that, and apologies for my croaky voice and everything. But thanks very much to all of you who stuck with me through this episode of Shadows of Brimstone, Caverns of Cinder, Fire and Ash. And I hope to see you next time. As I say, maybe a few days. But thanks very much for watching. Thanks very much for all the subscriptions. Thanks very much for all the comments and the support and everything. It's been great, thank you. Anybody noticed anything wrong in that particular episode? I'm sure there were several things. Please do shout up and put it in the comments, and I will try and fix it when I return. Until then, this is me, Catweazle, signing off. Toodaloo.